Brave Queen Esther. I'll go to the king. I'll do it even though it's against the law. And if I have to die, I'll die. Esther 14:16. Once there was a woman named Esther. She lived with her cousin Mordecai. Mordecai took care of Esther. Esther and Mordecai were Jewish. Together they loved and worshipped God. One day the king of the land decided to look for a queen. "We will find you a queen," said the men who helped him. The men looked all over for a new queen. Soon they saw Esther. "We must take her to the king," they said. The men brought Esther to the palace. The king thought Esther was the most beautiful woman of all. "I want you to be my queen," said the king. Esther said yes. There was a great celebration. Esther was happy. She lived in the palace. Esther's cousin Mordecai worked in the palace. Mordecai told Esther to keep her faith a secret, so Esther did not tell anyone she and Mordecai were Jewish. There was another man who worked in the palace. His name was Haman. He helped the king, but he hated Mordecai and wanted to be rid of all Jews. Haman spoke to the king. "The Jews are bad. We don't need them in our kingdom." The king trusted Haman. He agreed to get rid of the Jews. Mordecai heard about Haman's plan, went to warn Esther and see if she would help. Mordecai said, "Esther, you must stop the king from harming us." "If I go to him," Queen Esther said, "I will get in trouble. It is against the rules." I knew Esther was the only one who could help. "Maybe God has made you queen so you could save the Jews," Mordecai said. Esther was afraid. She knew if she went to the king, she would be in danger. Esther also knew God would want her to be brave. She prayed for courage. Soon Esther went to the king. She was still scared. The king was happy to see Esther. He did not punish her for coming to him. So Esther invited the king and Haman to a special dinner. "I will give you a fine feast if it pleases you," Queen Esther said. The king was happy and told her they would be there. Esther made a delicious meal. Esther, the king, and Haman sat together and ate. Then the king asked, "What do you want, my queen? You can have anything." Esther found the courage to speak. "Please spare the Jews. They are my people," she said. "God told me you have been tricked, my king." "Tricked by whom?" roared the king. "Evil Haman," Esther said. The king was angry. "Take Haman and arrest him," he yelled to the guards. "Punish him for the bad things he has done." Now the king gave Mordecai the important job in the palace. "You are a good man, Mordecai," said the king. "I will trust you more than anyone else." All the Jews were finally safe. God had protected them with the help of Mordecai and Esther. Esther helped save the Jews by being brave and speaking up. For God's people, she and her cousin Mordecai were heroes. "Hooray!" cried the Jews. It was a time of happiness and joy because of brave Queen Esther. People of the Bible, who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this? Esther 4:14. Esther was a young Jewish woman who lived in Persia. She became the queen of King Xerxes. When an evil man planned to kill all the Jewish people in the land, Esther prayed to God for courage to help God's people. Mordecai was a Jewish man. He had a niece named Esther. When her parents died, Mordecai adopted Esther to be his daughter and loved and cared for her. He helped Esther remember that she could be very brave with God's help. Did you know the festival of Purim is celebrated by Jews every year? It's a reminder of when the Jewish people were saved from the evil plan of a man named Haman in Persia letting go. Jewish people celebrate by having parties, eating good food, giving gifts of food, and also giving to charities.